Everybody, there's a new king in town. Get ready.
Welcome back, people who watch Let's Plays. Here's something for you to stare at while you recover from your gastric bypass surgery. Oh, I love Metal Slug. Oh. Anyway, it's everybody's favorite thing. Water levels. Gamers love water levels. Oh, I'm an angry gamer right now. It's 2005 and I'm gonna make a YouTube video about how much I don't care for this particular type of thing. That was quite the common trope in the 2000s. Gamers just hated water levels. AVGN, Screw Attack, you name it. What's up, guys? It's Stuttering Craig, and today we've got all the water levels in games. All my friends have tied me to a chair and they're gonna waterboard me to make a point about how much we hate water levels. Okay, guys, ready, go. If only. Stuttering Craig. Too bad that guy's like far right now. What a shame. I liked it when he would just talk about like Sega Genesis games and such, and then he fell down the political rabbit hole. So, how about this fun new game mechanic they're doing here? Piloting a submarine. Last level we were zombies, and now this. I love the variety. I'm soy-facing so hard at this submarine combat.
Won't get away with this. Get away, submarine.
My sense of humor is basically the same now as it was when I was like 12. Just gotta make Dr. Robotnik say funny stuff and I'll laugh at it. Even after all these years. So have you noticed the subtle political messaging with the submarines? How they've got the red circle around the X? That's obviously supposed to be a very different symbol, but they can't put that in video games. This is a family company. We can't have actual Nazis in our video games. Stop what you are doing! This is a family event! But we all know what it's supposed to be. Well, there's probably some dumbass out there who doesn't know what it's supposed to be. You know how it goes. There was an old Simpsons gag a couple of years ago where Mr. Burns plays Call of Duty and he says, "Wait a minute, I'm shooting at Nazis? That's not how I remember it." Who do you think they're gonna get to play Mr. Burns once Harry Shearer's out of the picture, so to speak? Because he's like in his 80s at this point. Who else could do such a thing? There's been some rude comments in the past where people have implied that I'd be a good voice actor for Mr. Burns. I could do it, I guess. I don't know. I could voice all of the Simpsons characters if they paid me enough. Hook me up with one of those 11 Labs AI voice changers and I can be the whole cast all at once. It's gonna be like that Eddie Murphy movie where he was the whole family. I can do it. Here, I'll make an episode right now. Okay, so Bart's talking to Milhouse before school starts and he says, "Whoa, dude. On my live stream yesterday, I put Principal Skinner's cell phone number on the screen. His whole life is ruined." Milhouse says, "Wow, Bart, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard." That's not funny. Anyway, so then the next day they walk into school and there's yellow caution tape around the entrance. And also there's like a body on a gurney with like a sheet over it that's being wheeled out of the school. And Nelson points at the body and says, "Ha ha." And Bart says, "Whoa, dude, I wonder what that was about." "Oh, well." And so then he skips over the caution tape and enters the school and tries to go to school like normal. So then he's in the building, he says, "Hey, where's Principal Skinner? I'm gonna punch him in the nuts." And then Superintendent Chalmers said, didn't you hear? Principal Skinner killed himself after you gave his cell phone number away. You completely ruined his life. That was the last straw after 35 years of torment. And Bart's just taken aback at this for a moment. It's like, whoa, dude, okay. And he just tries to go on with his school day like normal. So then he's sitting in the classroom later, and Superintendent Chalmers enters and he says, students, I'd like to introduce you to your new principal. Please welcome Jeffrey Epstein. And there's like murmuring and like everyone's looking around at each other. It's like, what? How's this possible? And then Jeffrey Epstein says, don't worry, Bart. I'm friends with the guy who made this show. That's what I'm doing here. So then it cuts to later that night, so it's dinner time at their house, and they're discussing the events of the day. And Homer says, I wouldn't worry about it. I'm sure he's an upstanding young fellow. Then Marge says,
Has anybody seen Lisa, by the way?
And yeah, just kind of BS it from there. See, they haven't even hired me yet, and I've already got like a stellar episode planned. Oh boy, that flashing is annoying. Remember that level in Donkey Kong Country 2 where you had like the fish with the lantern on its head, and when you turned it, there was one frame where the lantern was pointed straight at the camera and they'd flash the whole screen white to try and create that effect. It's a fun idea, but not pleasant to look at. You know, I was just thinking about my earlier conversation about how they use the X with the circle around it as a substitution for the swastika. And in this example, maybe that's actually a good thing to do. I'm trying to picture if it was the other way around, and this cool robot just had a swastika in the middle of his body. I feel like your mom would walk into the room and not have seen anything else that had happened in the game thus far, and she'd just see that. She'd say, what the fuck? And she'd just snap the controller over her knee, and nobody needs that kind of stuff in their life. Yeah. Parents always assume the worst about video games, that they just kind of turn their brains off. Like, when I was a kid, I was playing Pokemon Stadium 2 in the living room, and they have this one Pokemon that's a cow. And, you know, my mom looked at it, and I guess she saw the udders and got confused as to what it was. I don't know if she thought it was like some kind of disgusting quadruple penis or something. It's like, what the hell is that? That's inappropriate. You can't be looking at that. It's like, it's a cow, you moron. You mean to tell me you don't know what cows look like? It's like, Jesus Christmas. Having unlimited continues certainly is nice, although it doesn't make for very engaging gameplay, I must say. The stakes were never real. Just with this guy's attack pattern and everything, it kind of feels like something you'd encounter in Cuphead. Which shouldn't be all that surprising because, as we all know, Cuphead took a lot of inspiration from Metal Slug. You could even make the argument that at its core, Cuphead's just like an incredibly fleshed out Metal Slug clone. But that's a conversation for another day. Look, the UI is gone, so that guy's just there for no reason. He's like the head fuckler from China, Illinois. That's some elite ball knowledge. Well, that's all the time I got tonight, so, take it easy and, I guess, get out of here.
3 is a magic number. Yes, it is. That's a magic number.